In this video, we're taking a closer look at Metro Exodus. We're looking at the pros and the cons and everything you need to know before you buy Metro Exodus. But is the game actually worth playing? Let's find out. Hi everyone, Game Creator here. And Metro Exodus is a post-apocalyptic open world survival game and it's out on full release for $30. Now Metro Exodus is quite different to the other Metro games, with a bigger focus on open world exploration, but the game is equally intense to the others, thank God. The game is absolutely terrifying and has a great balance between intensity and exploration. Even the open world element actually works here. But the game is still a great linear progression and story-based game. Now Metro Exodus is definitely one of the more action-packed Metro games. Tons of all-out shootouts, explosions, and scary mutated beings. But you still have a lot of the more classic Metro gameplay. Now Metro Exodus is an open world game, and you can explore as you see fit. However, it is in terms of levels. So once you complete a certain area, or level in this case, the game will kind of force you to move to the next one with the train. But the open world part of it comes in terms of exploration. Now you still have your main objectives and side quests, but the game does encourage exploration a lot, since you can find many great items to upgrade your loadout. So with the addition of open world exploration, main objective, and side quests, you often find yourself in really random situations, and it makes the game feel overall more varied. Now you can also craft a lot of stuff, and you can also upgrade your loadout at workbenches. You could increase the overall damage of your weapon, and the crafting is overall fairly basic, but it's well implemented and gets the job done. Also, you can craft a lot of things on the fly now, which is great. Now if you're familiar with the Metro games, you will also know about the karma system. Now in Metro Exodus, it has been reworked, and it forces players to take on the majority of situations with complete stealth, and also without killing anyone in order to get the good ending. And this can be very punishing if you're after a certain ending, since it will be very difficult in some situations to get around this karma system. Now in Metro Exodus, you have to be efficient. You cannot waste your ammo, and basically have to be very efficient, because if you run out of ammo, you are very vulnerable. And of course, also keep your flashlight recharged, like a must-have in every Metro game. So the basic story: you're still Artyom, and you board a train to look for a better place with your family. But of course, stuff goes down, and it ends up, well, less than ideal. Without spoiling anything, the story is fantastic and plays out across multiple timelines and seasons. Now, there's not that many quests in Metro Exodus, and they're usually about retrieving a certain item for one of your travel companions on the train. And then you're usually rewarded with some kind of item or karma points. But they add a lot to the storyline, and of course also the exploration part of it. Now the graphics in this game are stunning and terrifying. From the decaying, dark, and monster-filled tunnels to the stunning open areas you see while on the train, the world feels truly vast and varied. Also, different biomes and nature is phenomenal, all the way from the harsh cold winter to the empty desert and even forest areas. The audio is also great, and headphones is a must to experience the full, authentic, and immersive playstyle. And there are some truly terrifying moments in terms of the sound effects and the ambience. Oh, and also jump scares, but in a fun way, I promise. Also, the voice lines and conversations are really immersive and adds a lot to the context of the overall game. And the overall atmosphere of the game is great, and this comes down to the level of detail all around you. Everything just feels so handcrafted. If you find the video useful so far, make sure to boop the like button, as it really helps out the channel. Thank you so much for doing that. Now let's look at the pros and cons. So to start off with the pros, we have the graphics and the atmosphere. This game will blow you away with just how beautiful it is, ranging anywhere from the deep dark tunnels to the vast open areas of just beautiful nature. The graphics are stunning and super immersive, and the overall atmosphere is also fantastic. The next pro is the progression and storyline, and these are also fantastic. The way you progress through the storyline, but also learn a lot more about the characters around you, while you yourself get better and better loot, it all adds together in a really good way, and it is definitely one of the best things about the game. Now for the cons. There are quite a few control issues and bugs. Nothing game breaking, but you will notice the occasional hiccup with weird controls or even buggy gameplay, especially in the desert. It is quite buggy there. And next con we're looking at is slow paced gameplay. Now this is not a con for me personally, but I could see for others that the exploration and infrequent action might be a bit on the slower side. But if you enjoy exploring in the dark tunnels, or could even spend hours just walking around in a beautiful winter biome, then this will not be an issue for you. Now let's grade the game, shall we? And Metro Exodus is definitely worthy of an A. Everything from the gameplay, its mechanics and systems, to the graphics, sound, and immersion, and of course also the progression. All of these adds together to a really fantastic game, and I could not recommend it more. And the game has a total of about 25 hours of content, and the graphics of the game are great, but they're also quite demanding. Make sure to check the requirements of the specs online before you buy the game. The audio design is absolutely amazing, and the music gives that extra atmosphere to the setting, and the overall sound is solid. Also, the weapons and monsters are fantastic. The guns feel powerful, loud, and real, and the mutants are really scary. So don't play the game just before bed, as you might have terrible nightmares. Now the game does cost $30, but it is quite often on sale if you are interested in waiting for it, but it is definitely also worth the $30 easily. Hope you found this video useful. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did, and also check out the videos on the screen now, as I think you also really enjoy those game reviews, and I'll see you in next video. Peace out.